All right, welcome to Forensic Entomology, all about the bugs. So let's get started with some fun-filled flies. So forensic entomology is the use of insect knowledge in crime investigations. One of my professors, when I was a freshman at University of Memphis, Dr. Smith, he taught me, I guess, my second semester of intro biology, and he was fantastic professor, did a lot of crazy stuff. He had a small fishing segment on the news where he would talk about where would be the good place to fish due to where the bugs are. And he's also the guy that the police called out to when they had a body that had been out there for a while and there were insects in the body, to identify the insects and what the life cycle was. So he was doing this back in the early 80s before a lot of folks were actually even realizing this was going on. It is a useful tool to decide how long a human remains have been undetected. It can help determine the cause of death, if the corpse is moved after death, the PMI, neglect or abuse possibly when alive. It can be a more accurate measurement, the PMI, than looking at body temperature, body stiffness, chemical tests, or electrical tests based on the developmental stages of arthropods or your insects. You calculate the bug's developmental stages of when they inhabited the corpse. And there are hundreds of these guys that are attracted to corpses depending on what stage the corpse is in. Most species colonize a corpse for a limited time period and then a change of insects occur. This is called faunal succession. Thought you'd probably never hear the word succession again, but here it is. Suspects can be linked to the scene of a crime if bitten by arthropods specific to the crime scene area. And if insects live in a particular area but are found on a corpse in a different area, this may prove the body was moved after death. You can identify drugs from the insects that feed on the corpse. The location of a stabbing wound can be determined by unusual feeding sites of beetles and maggots. One of the big ones we talked about earlier is a blowfly. The adult lays the eggs hatch, and you got your larva. The larva grows to adult form and makes a pupa, and from the pupa, your adult blowfly emerges. Flies lay 30 to 40 eggs a minute. That is amazing. And they hatch within hours. They have a short life, so they got to get things done and get it done fast. The larvae, sometimes known as maggots, are commonly recovered from decomposing remains. They are really disgusting, folks. I'm sorry. They are white or cream colored. They have soft bodies. They're like little worms. They lack functional legs. They're shaped like sausages. They lay in clumps called maggots. They eat until they reach full size and move to find an area to basically make a pupa. And it's disgusting. Oh, the maggot mass. Delicious. There's one right there. Hope you guys ate already, or maybe hope you didn't eat already. There's some blowfly larvae found on human remains. The pupae are often overlooked. They look a bit like rat droppings or the egg cases of cockroaches. So they're small and look similar to something that you may find in an area anyway. They are important for evidence. If adult flies have not emerged yet, the pupae look featureless and rounded at both ends. But if the adult fly has already emerged, one end appears like it's been cut off and the inside is hollow. So it gives you, once again, an idea of how long body's been here. You can see here on the right hand side, looks like one end has been cut off. Ooh, it's unmerged. I was wrong. I thought it would have been merged. The end does look like it. Well, oh, that's beyond gross. Look at this. Adult emerging from the pupae. The head of the fly on the left-hand side. Oh, so disgusting. As you can tell, this is not my favorite area here. I'm already imagining the smell of this. That's kind of my area where I don't handle things well. I can look at stuff, but the smell, oh my goodness, the smell will get me. The adult blowfly will appear metallic green or blue. You can see here the female is actually kind of prettier looking than the guy. All right, your beetles. Look at those little eggs. Aren't they cute? Eggs hatch. Now your larvae. The beetle larvae, each species look very different from one another. So once again, you're going to be actually looking at species differences and when they each and where they each want to go. They have 3 pairs of legs. The body can be white, robust, and hairless. Can be dark brown, slender, and hairy. Lord, it sounds like a horror film. Can be black and have armor plates. There you go. That's what it looks like when it's a pupae and incubating until adulthood. These guys are very diverse in appearance. It's picture 1. There's another. This is a sexton beetle. It likes to be out at night. Typically found under a body or in the soil immediately surrounding the remains during the daylight hours. This guy here is an American carrion beetle, commonly observed in the upper surfaces of the body during daylight hours. Oh, flush flies. It's a tasty treat sensation here. There they are. Yeah, I got some flies here.